Welcome to Talkin Science Interviews. Matt Miller with you in Studio 4. Tomorrow, a Soyuz capsule designated MS-18 is launching from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. It's going to be carrying the next expedition to the International Space Station, including Colonel Mark Vande Hei. And he's beaming in for a quick chat on the other side of this.
On Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and YouTube for over 550 episodes. This is Talkin Science.
Mark, thanks for a little bit of your time and welcome to Trekzone.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Thank you very much for a little bit of your time. I really appreciate it. You obviously have a job to do and you have a wealth of training to support you, but how do you prepare for launching into orbit and spending such a long duration on the space station?
Oh, I think you just have to pay attention to your mental health. I think for me, spending some time meditating every day, trying to figure out ways to help out other people is a great way for me to feel happy with myself. So just having a sense of service about every day and trying to feel like you have a way to contribute to the rest of the group that's useful will go a long way towards making it a very enjoyable time period for me.
Now, you're going to be flight engineer for this launch aboard Soyuz. What does that entail?
In the right seat as a flight engineer, my responsibilities are really just to back up the what I would call the commander and the co-pilot. I have access to the data about the spacecraft and training to understand what it means. So when I see something that looks at it like it's off nominal, out of sorts, I'll just raise to the attention of the commander and the co-pilot that, hey, this could use some more attention if I notice it before them. And then we'll work through the whole process together, but they'll definitely be the ones taking charge.
It sounds absolutely incredible. One thing I would love to do is jump aboard a Soyuz, any rocket, and head into space. Once you get there, a short trip to the International Space Station, relatively speaking, of course, and then you're going to be spending a few months on board the station. What are your objectives for this expedition?
My primary objective, like every other flight engineer on the space station, is to facilitate the science experiments that are happening on board every day. There's hundreds of them, and I like to refer to myself as a laboratory technician up there, facilitating the experiments on behalf of the scientists that can't be there with us.
Well, this is going to be your second trip to the station, having completed 4 months as part of Expedition 53 in 2017-18. Were there any lessons from those 4 months that you're going to apply this time around? Anything you learned on the station?
Yeah, I would say I learned a lot the first month I was on orbit about how to perform better. Lots of little things. Just managing things that can all float away from you is important. Even, I guess, kind of a funny story. I was the only rookie on the space station when I got up there. And the first time I opened up a bag of rice, all the rest of my crewmates started saying, wait, wait, wait. And I just tore open that bag of rice and the rice grains been flying all over the place. I now know that if I'm going to open something like that, I need to put some olive oil or garlic paste in there to serve as food glue so it all stays together and I can get it from my spoon into my mouth before it flies all over the place.
A little bit like Homer Simpson aboard the space shuttle in that episode of The Simpsons with the bag of chips. What about personally, Mark? Is there a moment, or do you have moments where you can just stop and look around you and see where you are floating high above the Earth to look down on the Earth and know that everyone is down there? Do you have any of that sort of downtime to just contemplate everything?
Yes, definitely. Weekends are primarily off time. We have a lot of house cleaning to do on those, just like a lot of us do our errands on Saturday mornings, maybe. But I love looking out the window. In fact, my first orbit around the planet after I got to the space station, we were supposed to go to sleep right away, but I could not get myself to go to bed right away. I was just so excited. And I spent the first 90 minutes on the space station staring out the window. It's just indescribably beautiful. It looks so close, but I could look at the entire peninsula of Italy in one glance when I was up there. So it's the scale is just hard to get your head wrapped around.
Well, with Crew Dragon about to enter mainstream service as NASA's way into space, do you think launches on the Soyuz will be missed?
I hope that we continue to operate on multiple spacecraft. It gives us redundancy, and as more commercial companies are successful with that, then I hope we trade those seats back and forth so that we can continue to cooperate, give the Russians more redundancy by using our spacecraft, and continue to have that skill set that I have right now to launch as a crew member on a Russian spacecraft.
Fantastic, Mark. Well, thanks for a little bit of your time. Good luck on the expedition. Really looking forward to seeing everything unfold for you.
Thanks very much. Great talking to you today.
Keep up to date with Twitter. Catch new podcasts daily on YouTube. Plus, we're beaming to your favorite podcast app 5 days a week. Just search for Trekzone.